We're live now.
Yeah, you're live.
Well, got a puppy. There's only a couple puppies left, so if anybody needs a good hunting dog, reach out.
Which one's this one?
This is the red collar male
Yeah.
that slim chance that he could stay here.
Oh, that's Johnson.
No, that's Johnson.
Okay. And what's so special about this one?
We didn't think he was going to make it because of how small he was.
Yeah.
He was half the weight when he was born. He's just as big as everybody now. He seems to be, like, from what I can tell, he'll score pretty high on the aptitude test. And I don't know, just because he was the runt and got the most attention, like, kids and the wife fell in love with him. And
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to score high on the aptitude test for us to keep him. But he seemed, he's the first one to come to the fence when you, I wouldn't say call him, but we go, like, he's always, he likes chasing quail already. So, I don't know. And Bob and Taylor both, Taylor got a new puppy, and Bob picks his up on August. So,
Okay.
It'd be kind of fun to trade a puppy with everybody, but we'll see.
I don't think I've met Taylor.
You've probably met him, just not had like a conversation with him. But no, he's a just everybody that he just for some reason seems to be special.
Yeah. He is pretty calm.
And the funny thing is when he's out there, he's not. Like, he's
got an off switch.
Well, he must have got it from being the runt. Like, he's always fighting the other dogs.
Yeah.
Bullying them. Like, he always, like, bullies his way into the food. So, even when Brent, weeks ago, came, and I hadn't told him anything about the dogs, and he just stood outside the fence and was like, "What one's that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's the runt." He goes, "That's the best dog in the litter." And he just like observed them for like literally 2 minutes. Like he just called out that he had the.
And Brent's the guy that's going to do that aptitude test.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I might have to run him outside because he didn't go poopy when I picked him up. He just peed.
You just peed on the couch?
No, he peed.
Out. Okay.
Like I was. That's why I wasn't down here. No. But, yeah. So. Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, he's a nice dog. They're all pretty nice dogs.
Yeah. So we had a guy or a father, husband. They called us up yesterday, or no? What day did I tell you? What day was I coming back from training? Sunday?
That was yesterday.
Okay. Call me. I go through my whole spiel because we're like, people don't get to pick their. We have our own process of how people get puppies. They call me. I talk to her and the husband. Later that night, they send us a message that they're buying a plane ticket for the father to fly from Virginia to come look at the dogs. So
that's pretty amazing.
So last night I talked to him, explained, the dogs, our process, what we do with them, all the puppy training we do, pedigree, all that, how we place dogs, the aptitude test. And he was here at 11:30 this morning.
Does he train dogs, or is he just?
No, so he's actually a stay-at-home dad now too, and they live outside of, they live in Virginia, and they have, I don't know, like 5 or 10 acres, and do their, I don't know what you would call it nowadays, like small farm or whatever, like hobby farm.
Yeah.
And he was a vet tech or something, but like on a big scale, like where he was like, sounded like he had an interesting, like he worked at SeaWorld doing like genetics for stuff. He worked like with like big time horse people where he would have to like fly like to different countries and then fly home with the horses that people like rich people bought and stuff like so. And he's done all sorts of, so he's well versed in like the animal world. So
what's he going to use it for?
Sounds like he's involved in a lot of preserves, like preserve hunts. Like,
okay.
So he said he hunts a ton at these preserves, which is whatever. I know it's hard to find wild pheasants probably in Virginia.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even think about going there for pheasant. So,
but yeah, he said he that seems to be what he gets to do other than, take care of the house and stuff. So sounds like the dog's gonna be a family dog and then get to chase the birds, and then they're getting a female. So
okay,
from the quail that I hatched from your quail, all the females got to chase birds, and they've seen him because he's the only one that's gotten to chase any yet. Because I've been trying to let him.
Why haven't you let the males chase birds?
Well, because I wanted the quail to get a little bit bigger.
Oh, what would that matter?
I don't know. Just right now they run fast.
The quail?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like real fast.
Yeah. I can believe it. I've seen them.
I don't know. I was just waiting for them to get a little bit bigger. The dogs to get a little bit bigger. I don't know. They're not even 7 weeks old. I was going to do it in like their last week. And I was trying to save. We have our plans for, the leftover birds of those.
Yeah.
I don't want
and by the way, I'm not getting any eggs right now.
No, too hot probably.
I don't, yeah, maybe. Like this is the first time, like they were just, I couldn't even, I'm like, I don't even know what to do with all these damn eggs.
They're probably too hot. But anyways, so I don't know. I just didn't want to waste birds because I think there's only, I'm trying to think of what family home. So these people are going to hunt. The dog that's going to Arizona hunts. There's 3 dogs in Michigan that are going to hunt. I'm trying to think if we have any family homes or like strict family homes that
we got like.
Well, like the last litter, the majority.
Yeah, I remember you had like one that went off to be like a support dog or something.
No, that's the dog going to Arizona.
Okay.
She trains support dogs, so she's gonna train this one too. But her and her husband or boyfriend they like quail hunt in Arizona and like duck hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Brent telling me all the things we need for the aptitude test tomorrow.
What do you gotta get?
Oh, there's like you need like an umbrella and like pots and pans, and like you need like a tin can or something that like there's a bunch of different things that you use for like to see how they startle, to see like their drive. He's doing it tomorrow morning. I could film it and
that'd actually be kind of cool to put up like on Instagram or YouTube or something like that. That's a good idea.
The dog just can't see me.
Oh, so Brent has to do this by himself.
That's why Brent's never like held one or been really close to him. Like the person doing the aptitude test the dogs can't really have any knowledge of them.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
And then you take them like all they know is really the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So you take them to a spot like
out front or something.
Well,
like that?
We took them to the side, the public property on the side of the house.
Okay.
Like somewhere that they have no idea. It has to be like a completely new experience.
I gotcha.
But yeah, so I don't know if we have any dog this litter that's not going to be somewhat hunted.
That's good though, man.
And so yeah, there might be. I know I'm forgetting. Lauren handles all that. I know I'm forgetting. Arizona, 3 in Michigan. All 3 of those guys hunt. So there's 3, 4, 5. If there's only 2 left, I'm forgetting where 3 dogs are going. Those might be family homes. Oh, yes. One's going to Illinois. That's a strict family home. They're getting a male.
Just a family dog?
Yep. But yeah, so. Well, yeah, but that's enough about puppies. So the next topic, what, turkeys?
Yeah, we talk about turkeys. We never did wrap up. Well, we tried to wrap it up, but yeah. But yeah, no, turkeys would be good to talk about. Like,
Well, the cool thing is that you found out is you can just buy an over-the-counter fall turkey tag.
I know
that you can hunt with dogs,
and I believe that's a first. Like I've never
heard of that.
Either have I. Like I've always saw the quota of 200 people or something,
or at least for our area.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty excited about that. That's kind of cool. Because how many times do you run into turkeys when you're out there? Well, I do all the time.
It will be cool to be able to hunt them with dogs. I know our dogs aren't like keened in on turkeys, but
it's a bird.
How many me and you together at least 2 or 3 times could have smoked a turkey with the dogs.
Yeah, even when I'm just like walking them, like during the season, like if I'm just, we see.
But there's been times we've been like trying to find woodcock around here or something,
and we'll put up a turkey. Yeah. No, I think that's great. I'm really happy about that. I would love to get a female turkey in the fall.
Now, does that tag that you didn't tag out on, does that carry over or no?
No, that's dead. That's dead. Yeah. No, that's all done.
Now, is that the first turkey tag that you haven't filled that you bought?
No, definitely not. When I first started doing it, like I had to kind of get the hang of it.
Okay.
So it took a couple seasons for me to get the hang of it. And this season, just work out in the way, and I didn't get the hunt like the full week, and then
and you were running public, and it was super busy.
Yeah, it was busy this year. Yeah, I kept on running into people.
Well,
and then we talked about that already. It was just when I took you guys out on public, and then like we busted a roost.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was a tree falling over. What is that?
But then we went on private with me and Marcus and smoked.
That was the easiest thing in the world, man. Like that was amazing. They did like we weren't exactly being all that quiet. We weren't exactly being like motionless out there. No. They just walked right in, and they're like, oh.
Well, the day I shot my turkey,
you were getting up when I saw that turkey.
Oh yeah, I was like, we're done.
Yeah, you're like, I've had it. I want to go home.
But Marcus had already shot and missed at one.
I know. Yeah.
So he shot at one, and then like not even an hour later, I'm like, we're done. It's 10:30 or whatever.
Right.
Like, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And that thing just walked right in.
Yeah.
And I shot it with a freaking duck shotgun shell.
It's fine, man. And then like the next week. Was it the next week we went back out with Marcus?
And then Marcus took us like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was amazing. We were only out there for 20 minutes, and Marcus got his turkey. And then I had to wait, and we went back to that same field, and all the grass was really high. Mm-hmm. And we did get turkeys coming in, but they're all hens. And me and Marcus just sat there and watched hens like 10, 15 feet away from us, just pecking around on the ground.
There's still,
but we did not hear any. We really didn't hear any gobblers out there that day.
I'll tell you what, I was out there the other day training, and there was.
I believe it. Yeah,
there's plenty of turkeys.
Yeah, that storm we got the other day. I was out in the backyard. I kept on hearing gobbling. It was like 4:00 or something like that. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Like, it is like kind of coming to my left and out front of the house. And I went out to the street, and it's just like all pretty nice gobblers, like 10
in your road.
Yeah,
jeez,
there's about 10 of them.
Now, have you seen? Because you live by the lake, have you seen much waterfowl around or no?
I haven't been really looking. I've been seeing a lot of people there, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, like especially like they closed down like you know 2 boat launches, so everyone's like getting kind of
Yeah, going to your spot.
yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I feel like with all the water, that it's got to help out. That
I
we've
hope
had.
so. I mean, I won't feel confident until we get through August.
Yeah.
Like if August is super dry, like that's kind of what happened. Like last year, we got a decent amount of rain
Yeah.
in the spring and early summer, and then it just dried up like somewhere in July all the way through August, and then like everything was just empty.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely going to have at least if the honey hole has water in it. You've never really gotten to experience that. And then our new treasure hole or whatever we're going to call that place, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna call that. Yeah, that needs a little bit of thought.
It needs a good name. But yeah, but at least I mean that was my first turkey and Marcus's first turkey.
Yeah,
And we cooked both of them. I think I have a little bit of turkey left, maybe like the tenderloins. Or
I
something.
didn't get to eat any turkey this year because
No.
like when you guys did it, I wasn't around.
Yeah, you got to travel.
Yeah. Oh well.
And
They look good though. I saw the pictures.
you're going up with the other crew to North Dakota for right,
Yeah, like I believe September 20th.
and then when do you come home?
I don't know yet. I mean, I usually stay like 7 days. You know, I think that's about 6 nights
Because
sort of thing.
if Kenny's serious, I think I'm gonna try to do.
Do you know what are the dates of that?
I think opening day's the 28th.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that. If that's mid opener. Are you
No,
sure?
that's Northern opener.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna be here for that.
I think that's September. Well, it'd have to be the 27th.
Are you sure? Because what's our date? What's our date
The
this year?
15th or something.
So that would
Hold
be
on.
the no. It would be like October 1st.
No.
If that's our date, the 14th, it would be 2 weeks before ours.
Hold on. I have it somewhere right here. So Michigan's 25, 20, 20, 25, 26 migratory bird. Season length, outside dates, whatever. Nobody cares about that. So the goose season, as usual, September 1st.
How many?
I think it's 5. Or yeah, 5. Only
Okay.
one, which can be a brant. 20 snow geese. Not that we ever see any of those.
I'll never understand that.
And this isn't the finalized thing either. This is just
what they think it's going to be in.
Yeah, this is what like their proposal.
Why is this not out? Information not available yet? Like
last year,
people can't plan their trips.
It could have something to do with what old Uncle Ted was talking about. I've seen him talk about more of it.
What?
They just don't. The DNR's kneecapped by people that don't hunt. That's why.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How Ted Nugent's been. He went on that epic rant that you said.
That
was bad or whatever. And then, but I've seen him on a bunch of other podcasts, kind of going through it in a more sane way, and like he's right. Like our DNR's kneecapped by people that don't hunt.
Oh, okay.
Like all the rules and regulations aren't made by hunters; they're made by like biologists or people that could even be part of PETA. But here's the duck season. So northern, they're saying September 27th.
Okay.
Mid is October 4th, and ours is the 18th.
Ours is the 18th?
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's what it's saying. And then look at this.
Wow. I mean, I'm fine with it being the 18th. I'm just surprised.
At this stupid stuff. It's reversing back.
Why? Why are they proposing that?
I don't know. That's
Why
stupid.
would we?
You want it to go later?
Do they know something we don't know?
No, they don't.
Do they know that last year we didn't see anything? Pretty much.
Yeah, last year.
Like
was rough.
anytime I was in hunting season, that's when I saw the birds.
It was rough last year.
I mean, for us, it was. I'm sure some people had a decent year, huh? No,
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of complaints. I can't speak for everyone, but I heard.
No,
I heard,
obviously there's people that have decent years because they have the property to get on to hunt. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like there's plenty of outfitters out here that do all right and stuff. I mean, the I don't know how the guys on the outfitters on like Saginaw Bay do for like actual ducks. I don't know if they do really well or that it's hit or miss.
I don't know.
I know
don't hunt there.
a good amount of the goose outfitters do really well around here.
Oh yeah, man, we got a lot of geese. That we did great on geese this year. Like that, I've never like that one showing that we did at that one field, that private field. That was like for Michigan. That was some of the most impressive flights coming in that I saw. Like you
With
had,
who?
like when we had everybody. Like we had my cousin with us. Remember?
Are
What
you saying like all the times we went or a particular time we went?
No, I'm saying like as far as in our state, like that goose hunt was the best goose hunt.
Oh, with your cousin.
Yes, that was the best goose hunt. I mean, we've had great goose hunts, but like that was kind of amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of geese.
That was the most geese that I've ever seen come in like that.
Yeah. There was a lot of
And I knew it was going to be good because I went to that field the night before and that the whole field was covered. I was like, well, tomorrow's going to be a good day.
Yeah, I gotta start knocking on doors. Not that any farmer in Michigan lets you do it, but I might have.
We got about a 0.05% chance,
I've-
0.5% chance of.
And I haven't
getting a
known
yes.
you that long. Probably just in the time I've known you, I've knocked on 200 doors.
I would say that's. I mean, like when we first started hanging out, like I was even driving around looking for properties, but it's like you burn so much gas for very little reward, you know.
And you don't like knocking on doors, so
No,
you'd be like,
I
"Go
just,
knock on this
if you're
door."
gonna do it and I see someone, I'm gonna text you. You know, I'm gonna be like, you want to talk to him, go for it. You know.
Yeah, no, nobody either. Somebody's cousin's uncle's grandson's niece freaking deer hunts it once every 6 years, or
Yeah, right.
Or
some hunter rutted up their property, left the shotgun shell, spent shotgun shell.
I wish getting access to fields was like resume.
Oh yeah,
based.
like you could pay. You could pass on like a. I have a referral.
I have a referral from Farmer John down the street. I am very respectful. I will not run up your field.
You know, that's not a terrible idea, Ted. Like well, I mean, that's what sales guys do. Like I told you about that sales guy that I had a problem with the other day.
Okay.
Because I have 2 no soliciting signs.
Okay.
And there's, trying to get, poison people's properties for money,
okay.
For bugs. And, like he knocked on my door, which I was just kind of like, you fucking like you had to walk past a no soliciting sign.
Right.
And then you're faced with a no soliciting sign on the door.
On the door, right.
And so yeah, I was mad.
Was he young?
Yeah, he was young, but what he was trying to do, my point of telling this story was he was dropping neighbors' names. It's like the typical technique of the oh yeah, like Bobby and Tina over there, they hired us and they recommended you, or something.
And you're like, I don't even know Bobby and Tina.
It's like, get the fuck off my property. It's like, how many? Like, what I want to ask next time is to go, how many signs do I have to have up for you to just turn around and walk away? Like, and it sucks because like you get a bunch of kids like fundraising for scouts or school or something like that, and some of them turn away, which I would 100% always support my neighbors.
But the funny thing is, the little scout girls, like, they're like, no soliciting. oh, I'm not supposed to go up there. And then you get some 22-year-olds like soliciting. I don't even know what that means.
Right, exactly. No, it's not meant for them. It's just meant for vacuum cleaner salesmen, which I have had those in recent years.
No.
Yeah. Like what it happened like the first few years we moved in, like 10 years ago.
Really?
And that's why those signs are there. Anything from like somebody trying to sell me meat or vacuum cleaners or whatever, it still exists.
I've never had. I remember,
that seems like a 60s thing, right?
I mean, I remember they did that a lot, like when I was a kid, like
Right.
like in the 80s and 90s.
I don't. I wouldn't like 90s. Seems like it's over to me. Like
I remember
80s, 70s, 60s. That seems like vacuum sales.
I can remember actually being in the living room of my neighbor's house, like my buddy's house, and their mom like let the vacuum guy come in, and us as kids were like so like starstruck, like, oh man, look what that vacuum does. You know what I mean? Like it picked up a bowling ball. What the heck?
They actually did that?
Or they did. They were doing. I can remember one of the techniques was. Now that I think about
myself.
Now that I think about it, like the vacuum was like, I don't know, like they vacuumed the carpet and it was like kind of shaggy carpet because it's like, you know, like early 90s, late 80s or whatever, and like there was like some like felt thing that caught all that, and it was like all the carpet, like it was just like they had like red. I can remember it was like red carpet, and it was like it almost like gave the carpet a haircut. Now I'm thinking in my head like, did he have like razor blades on it, like to cut the carpet? Like, why is there so much carpet in there?
Well, they definitely. We must be back in time because they still exist, man.
They don't come to my house.
Yeah, no, but that's what they do. They're always like, dropping neighbor names. Yeah, like. Yeah, I've seen it all where I was just like, I didn't even think this existed anymore, But no, it apparently does.
Yeah, no. I don't know about that. And then what? You're almost done with the high and dry.
I wouldn't say I'm almost done.
Almost done.
I would say I'm in the middle of it. Yeah, no, that's getting closer. I've been just doing like an hour or two here and there.
They just did.
There's a fair amount of editing in this one.
They just did their 10-year anniversary or whatever.
Did they?
10 years.
They've been around for 10 years?
That's what, yeah.
No, I guess that makes sense. From what I didn't know that actually. That's pretty cool. That's a good company.
I think I've been wearing their waders for at least 6.
Yeah, I've only been doing it a season, so.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of cool stuff this season. When I do paint the big boat, you're gonna have to be involved in helping with that.
That's fine. What are we painting with? Spray paint?
I think rollers.
We're just gonna roll your really nice boat?
Yes.
All right, that's what we're gonna do. When are we rolling this boat?
I don't know, I gotta buy the paint, then we gotta sand it, and we're gonna roll it. Because I looked into vinyl wraps, it would cost like $1,000 just to vinyl wrap it.
Well, how much is it gonna cost? What would be easier? Painting it?
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna paint it. And now we have 3 sports pal.
And where are we gonna take it? Like just on like you want to take it? Are we taking it on a big lake or are we taking it? All right.
We'll definitely use it around here.
Yeah. That would be fine. So that would mean that's an easy morning.
I mean, even if we don't hunt out of it, just to take all the stuff in it. I mean, I gotta find a blind that will fit it. If anybody knows a blind that will fit a 17-foot Lund with a windshield, and it's a very wide boat.
I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty rough.
What, finding a blind?
No, I'd say I'm just visioning us how we're gonna hide it and how we normally do things. It's a little bit on the rougher side.
I mean, as long as there's a blind like Bob's on it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And even if we just take it, even like when the days that we hunt Half Moon or wherever, like the bigger lakes, that just means we can get places faster and easier and more comfortable.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you'll have to, if we do Half Moon, you're going to have to dump in at probably like Bruin or something. Well, we can't really say where we're at, which we just did that. But
Twice.
Yeah. Oh, well, whatever.
But
there's no ducks here. So. I mean,
there wasn't last year.
There definitely wasn't last year.
But yeah, I wouldn't be. The only thing that I'd almost be more willing to go out to Lake Michigan and like find some spots to hunt out there, or go to like up to like Houghton Lake, or like
I'd be more excited about Lake Michigan
or Hamel Lake, or somewhere up north. But like Lake Erie
sounds rough to me.
Well, they're all going to be rough. But what I'm saying is the amount, all the guys that hunt the east side of our state.
Those dogs?
I'm pretty sure those are dogs. I mean,
what's above us? Dogs.
A lot of dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like, I think we'll probably go do a day with one of my training buddies, and we don't gotta take anything. He's kind of like a river rat on the Detroit River. Like, he knows all the spots. But like, he's telling me, like, he's like, oh yeah, it's not uncommon to get checked 3 times a day. Or like,
I think at that point I would just have a lanyard and just here we go.
I don't know. To me, if you're getting hassled that much and dealing with the amount of people that go out there and hunt, like the Saginaw Bay, like, it sounds like it just gets like, there's a lot of birds, and I think you can shoot your birds out there for sure, but it's just like a lot of like territory stuff, a lot of, I don't know.
No, I don't know. What do you mean?
just too many people, too many DNR agents. Not that I mean, if anything, we're more legal than most people are. Like, if I see a DNR person that's 100 yards away from me, I don't like try to hide. I walk right up to them and be like, check my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about it, but it would get annoying.
If you got it 3 times a day, like,
or if you're getting checked every single day.
Yeah, when it's consecutive days, it's like, come on, man. Like, how many times we got to do this? Like,
and that's what I'm saying. But at the same token, the DNR is doing it because there's that many people out there. You know what I'm saying? There's that many hunters that they have to.
But why don't they? I guess, why don't they do what they do to us here? Why don't they just wait at the boat launch and get them as they're coming in?
I think they do both. I think that's why they're getting checked 2 or 3 times a day.
I just think, I mean, just to interrupt somebody hunting just seems kind of not cool to do, in my opinion, because I don't like it when it happens. But if you wait until I get to the boat launch to like get out, that's fine.
Yeah, but if you're getting checked, I guess that's their job. So if they're just sitting at a main boat launch that people go out of, kind of like how people walleye fish, and they're like, we're getting new people from out of state or from out of town, like people coming from where we live to there. They're checking everybody at the boat launch. But if every time you pull out of the boat launch you're getting checked, I understand it's their job and they're doing the right thing. But if I hunted there all the time, I'd be like, I don't want to have to deal with that. Like, I just want to go hunting and be left alone.
Yeah. It'd be cool is like, if just to cut down on how many times a day it happens, but like if they mark the boat somehow, like with a piece of tape or something. So if another DNR officer pulled up and was like, oh, okay.
Well, that's what my one buddy,
like they're like something to like, because I know there's more than one, I would hope.
Well, that's what my one buddy said he finally got to the point, like when he would get on a second or third time, he'd be like, he'd either take a picture or like memorize the name of the officers the first time.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you want to know like what's going on, you can radio Sergeant Danny or whatever, because you shouldn't have to be checked. You know what I mean? Like, dude.
No, you should be. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't. that
And I
that
guess
shouldn't
there-
happen. Like they need a better process of doing that.
And I guess there are bad people out there that will be like, all right, I just got checked, so take my plug out of the gun or something. Like, at the same token, you should also, like, hunters should be able to, like, Andy Griffith style, like, self-regulate other hunters. Like, if you see somebody poaching, all right, I'm going to call and be like, old boy's over there poaching.
I would say more times than not that probably doesn't happen.
Well, I've never seen anybody poaching before.
No, you did. Well, not. I mean, they were shooting over their limit.
We don't know if they should. They
They
definitely
would have had. They shot so much. They were shooting everything.
They probably did, but I couldn't tell you if they should. They were more.
They 100%.
They were
shot
more
everything.
harassing hunters.
And wildlife.
That's what you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put him outside.
Yeah, go for it. I wish I could just pause this.
No, just keep talking, Matt.
What am I supposed to talk about?
Talk about your new couch.
Got a new couch. It's red. It's really nice. It was free. It's a new to me couch. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a nice. It's kind of like this one. I'd say even bigger than this one. It's a nice red couch. I ran out of stuff to talk about. Who is this? Nah, Sweet Pea. There's Toby. Toby. What's up, guys? Oh, watch out. Oh, it gets a lot louder, Ted. Like
What about all the ones that we released?
Oh,
Here, hey, come on, go. Oh,
yeah, you're gonna hear them for a while until they get killed.
something I didn't tell you. So one of the puppies that we let chase one of the quail,
Yeah.
they have that puppy enclosure in my yard.
Mm-hmm.
And the quail thought it was running real fast, but it ran into the puppy enclosure. And then all the puppies.
Oh
started
no
running.
way. Okay,
Go lay down. Go to lay down, Tulip.
girl. Oh, Tulip. Here, come on.
So you still got some stuff to do on the high and dry thing.
Yep.
We're gonna try to hunt turkeys with dogs.
Yeah, it's in the fall.
It's not that far away. When can we buy our turkey tags? Do you know?
I don't know. I have to look. I'm not sure.
Is
I already bought all my other tags.
I mean, I have all my tags. I haven't bought my duck stamp. Have you bought your duck
I
stamp?
don't even think that's out yet. I don't really know. I haven't looked for it. I don't normally look for the duck stamp until August. So
Theo. It's hard to tell if somebody's home or if it's just more dogs walking around. Yeah, I got my pheasant, woodcock, migratory bird, sharptail, and waterfowl.
I don't know. I have to log into the app.
I usually get my fur license too, but when I bought all my licenses, I guess the one that I already had carried over, so I haven't bought that yet.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Which license was that? Fur?
yeah, I never do anything with it, but it's just more in case I want to do something with it, you know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Are those dogs or are those kids?
It's probably Lauren. Lauren?
Oh, it's 4:00. Yep, I got my state waterfowl.
Stamp?
No, just the license. Pheasant, stamp, base, fish.
Did you get your waterfowl and migratory bird?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
And I did the pure Michigan hunt thing.
For what?
No, I just do it.
For like an elk tag or something?
Yeah, I just do it. Just see what happens. Why not?
Would you get it? Like if you pull the bear tag, would you pay the money to get a guide and go shoot a bear?
I don't know. Maybe I could see myself. Yeah, trying it out. Why not?
I mean, from what I've heard,
I would do. I would definitely do the elk thing too.
Yeah. Would you buy a whole new gun for it?
Probably. That's a once. I mean, that's like a once in a lifetime thing because I think if you actually draw that tag,
You
then-
don't get it again.
No, that's it for Michigan anyway. So yeah, I think it would be worth buying a gun, doing the whole experience.
Are you? What about shotgun? Are you still juggling that around for this
No,
year?
I mean I don't know when I'm gonna pull the trigger on it. I don't know when I'm gonna buy it, but yeah, no, I'm working on it.
For this season or no?
I mean, not necessarily. All my guns work. It's not like I need a gun. It's just
Yeah.
I'm just kind of putting money off to the side, week by week, until I have a decent amount to like actually really feel like I can start looking.
I want.
I think I'm trying to get, I'm only like throwing small amount of money away for it. Like once it gets around like a couple grand or something like that, I'll start
You can
getting
pretty much-
serious.
Yeah. I mean, I want to buy another. I think I want I kind of wanted to buy just another A5, just to have another one.
Why?
I don't know, because guns wear out.
But you can fix them, You're like that. There's no reason why. I mean, if that gun's gonna last you your entire life.
If I didn't buy another A5, I want whatever the waterfowl edition Satori over under Browning.
Oh, and over and under.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the waterfowl edition one.
Why? What's so special about that?
I mean, it's 28-inch barrel. It's got like, you can do just like your guns, choke tubes. It's synthetic.
Okay.
It's camouflaged.
But why is it like considered a waterfowl gun? Like, what makes it the waterfowl edition? That just sounds like any.
It's just the same. Like, you can get an A5 that's not waterfowl edition. You can get one that's like, like a wood and blue.
Oh,
barrel.
so it's just the color. It's just the camel patterns.
Yeah.
And stuff. I gotcha. Okay.
And it's I think in a Satori you can get like a grouse gun like with a 26-inch barrel, or maybe you can get a waterfowl edition with a 26-inch barrel, but the one thing I don't like about it is they sell it in like that Wicked Wings pattern, like where it's,
what is that?
It's like where the stock and the forearm and stuff are camoed, but the barrel's like a bronzish.
Oh, you don't like that? I actually
Unless-
kind of like that.
It's if they fix that paint, because my cousin Gene, Andrew's brother, has the A5 in the waterfowl edition, and the only thing that it comes with different is it's got a bigger like the charge for the bolt is a shotgun shell, so it's bigger,
Okay.
and then it comes with extended choke tubes that are like patterned like a band. Instead of being
I see.
all camo, that's the barrel and this part are like a special coating. But his scratched really easy. That's going to be another thing that we're going to have to dial in is the shot cam.
Oh, I know. I was just looking at it. But if you're using you're using your gun, it's going to get scratched.
Oh, I don't care.
I mean, it's just that just shows that you're using your stuff.
Toby.
But no, I actually kind of like it, like with the solid color barrel. And,
The solid color barrel. Well, I want.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but
and they kind of jump around. Browning does with what patterns you can get and stuff. Toby, go on, go. You can say hi. Go on, Toby. Go on.
see you, buddy.
Or just lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, goofball. Lay down. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Browning person, so
Oh, I know.
I just want.
I'm not committed to anybody.
I know people have had problems with their A5s. I've never had a problem with mine. I do think if you use the wrong oils, it there's a problem. And I think if you put too much oil in an A5, there's a problem. And I can say like mine's an older version. Like if you watch my gun in the rain, it gets really tacky. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah. Which was a problem that they supposedly fixed.
So why is it getting tacky?
I don't know. Like next
Is it
time
just
we
like
hunt,
that?
watch if it's raining. This
Yeah.
almost turns white.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
Like,
then it
you
just
can
goes back
feel-
to normal after it
you can-
dries?
You can like I just scratched it. You can like the coating's coming off it.
Huh.
But I mean that gun's been beat to. I mean it's a great gun. Now I gotta see if Browning's got different colors because I would like a solid camo like that. Of I think it's a.
You got bad breath, man.
He's gonna be an old man.
Who, him?
Yeah,
What is he turning?
I think he's 7.
No shit, man. It's all downhill from there.
I think he's 7.
It happens so weird, too.
And Sweet Pea's 4 or 5.
Let's wait till around 10, 11 is the change. Like, he'll be good for a while. He's good.
He's in good shape.
No, there's no question about that. He'll, like, you don't really see, like, weirdness until, like, I didn't see it until, like, around 11.
I guess it's not a Satori. It's a. I thought there was a Satori camo one. Maybe not.
Well, let's just see the gun.
It's a Synergy.
Is that it?
Yeah. I feel like there was a Satori one. Because that one, I thought they were like 2,500, but that one's almost $3,000.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd spend that.
I will.
For an over-under?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice gun.
I mean,
Where's the safety on that?
Tulip. I got Tulip and Toby. The safety?
Yeah. Is that on the top?
Oh.
Or is it on the side? Or is it on the near the trigger?
Maybe it's like a Glock and doesn't have a safety. It's on the top.
It's on the top.
It looks like it, unless that's the selector.
Let me. Yeah, I mean that could be.
I'm not sure. But yeah. I gotta.
The Synergy Wicked Wing is an over and under shotgun.
I don't know. That's the over under I'd buy.
Yeah.
And I don't think they make it in a 20. I would do a 20 in there.
Sometimes I do think about doing a 20 auto. Like you're going like I'm looking at because I already have side by sides and over.
What you need, baby?
I can't find girl, so I'm just trying to figure out if she was actually doing it or not.
She's not in a kennel?
No, she went outside and then they all came back in, so I'm just trying to figure out where she's at.
Oh.
There's Brent.
He was calling about the dog stuff.
Oh, okay. What time is it?
I don't know. We don't really have much more to talk about.
I don't know. What else did we write on that title? So we said turkeys. So we talked about all that and Marcus.
Puppies.
Puppies.
We talked about how you're gonna finish up the high and dry thing.
Yep.
We gotta shoot a little intro to that.
Yep.
And
That'll be good. That'll be good. I'd like that off my plate too. That'll feel good to have that done. And then and we gotta start
Scouting.
lots of scouting. I think we should. I would entertain. Like I haven't seen a lot over there, but that one spot that we hunted where we saw the owls, we didn't see anything that day. It was like we had to walk the beaver dam, and then you had to it wasn't that far off the road. It was near the honey hole, down a different road. It was in the state. It was in that same state game area.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I know exactly.
I think
I
that
know
would
exactly where you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I think that would be a good spot for like a nice dead blind. You know, I think
know
that would.
exactly where you're talking about.
I think that spot would be really good to just have a natural blind there and something that's kind of comfortable and hit that. And then there was another place too that I would do. Yeah, I gotta remember.
Well,
And maybe not a blind, but I would want to hunt
I don't
there this
even-
year. It's like one of those wood pools.
yeah, I do think that would be a good spot.
I do. Oh no, the mud hole. That was the other one. We know other people hunt there though.
Yeah, but I don't know if a lot of people hunt where you're talking about.
don't
I think
so
th- I
either.
think
And then
that-
there's that one spot. I haven't laid eyes on it, but you got that info from somebody at the bar off of or over by the saloon.
Oh,
Do you remember? Do you
across the street from yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That'd be a good spot.
Yeah, because he
I
gave us
think-
some intel.
I think that beaver dam spot. I know you hate them, but
The beaver.
what you were just talking about, where you walk across the beaver dam
Yeah.
by the lake that you can't get to.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think if you hunted that, we would have to use mojos on remotes,
That's fine.
which I need.
And don't forget, I got that one decoy too.
No, but I think you need something off the water to visually let ducks see it and then turn it off. Because they're doing the same thing as the honey hole. They're going from that lake.
Yeah, I
that
know they're
nobody-
flying over.
and so you would have to attract them
Yeah.
and then turn it off,
Yep.
and that you know what I mean.
Well, you could just have it on. I mean, if you're using the remote, you can put them on intermittent.
Yeah, but I feel like after the first couple weeks, if you even haven't, you got to turn them off when they're coming.
Okay.
They don't like them.
All right. I mean, that sounds actually kind of smart. I would give it a try because I don't like those things.
I don't
So,
think ducks like them anymore.
I mean, I don't blame them. Everybody has them. I do like that one decoy. Have you seen those other new decoys that are kind of similar to mine, where it goes underwater?
Yeah,
Where it
and it's
dies.
always in a bathtub.
No, I saw them out. I see advertisements with them out in the lake.
Is it got like a?
It's black. It's they usually the ones I see that they're advertising. They're like
Does it have a cylinder in the middle of it right here?
I didn't see a cylinder. It just looked like a solid weird decoy to me.
Maybe I haven't seen that.
Oh no! You're right. It does have a cylinder. Yes.
Yeah, that's just some young guy that came up with that. He started making them in his garage. and
They
they're
look
production.
easier than the one I'm using.
It does not dive all the way under, and it cannot pull other decoys. It's just one.
Right, and that's what's cool about the one that I
think
have.
the one you have, now that we figured it out, is great.
No, it's a great. I have no complaints about it. But no, I wouldn't mind getting some of those because they're a little easier to handle on top of that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out, especially if we're gonna do all these walk-ins. I don't want to have to carry a crazy amount of stuff.
Either do I. That gets old.
Really old.
I remember that one day I had to carry all that stuff. That was not a good day.
I don't want to be on the struggle bus.
I was on the struggle bus that day.
Don't.
That's where we got. Yeah.
Which one? The beaver dam?
No, it was the one we got checked by the DNR. Those what the day that those one guys were like,
Oh,
shoot.
Jesus.
Like,
Weird.
remember I had to carry because I brought that big bag out with me,
Yes.
and that was a mistake. Everything was wet, so everything was heavy. So
Yeah,
I had to
that was
waddle
opening
out
day.
of there with that crap.
Well, I had a bag too. We both had decoy bags.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You just had the one that hung down to your feet.
It's so horrible.
Your decoy bag off your back was like this. Like it was like down there. It was like you were trying to be like the cool kid that sagged his backpack.
Yeah, no, that was not the cool
I
thing
had-
that day. And then like when you like came out because you're way ahead of me and like you came out to the road and like you didn't even have to say anything. It's like fuck, god damn it, we're gonna get checked.
And that wasn't just a checking. They had
No, I know.
they had the parking lot barricade.
They had it surrounded.
They had two vehicles like nose to nose, and they didn't even like when we came up, they were nice. They were like
They were stern though. Like they did not seem like they were messing around.
but they were
they-
super nice.
They were
Like they let like Toby wasn't on a leash. Like they were like, oh hey buddy, and they were like, you do any good? And we were like, I was like, not really. There's somebody out, I said something, so they kind of relaxed. And they're like, well, we gotta check everything, and they looked at our ducks, and I was like, I didn't shoot that one. That's a cripple that sailed off from them. It was a green winged teal. Remember when that one sailed and I had Toby find it?
yeah. I remember that.
Because that was hundreds of yards away from where they were.
He did good on that one. That was a good retrieve because he wasn't gone that long either, and we had no idea where it was.
And then they checked. I don't even know if they checked our shells. They checked our guns. They checked the birds.
They checked our IDs, but that was the one thing that was different out of all my checkings. Like the game wardens, DNR officials, or whatever. Like they've never like asked me for my driver's license, and that one pulled both of our IDs and scanned them, like in some sort of scanner. So
but
what was that?
It's because the truck that was causing the problems
Yes.
had all the paraphernalia
Yeah.
out around the doors, and I guarantee you they ran that guy's license plate.
I hope so. That was just a whole weird thing, man. And I was so mad by the end of that hunt because of what happened. Like what would you say? Like no exaggeration,
Case of shells.
just a case. Like I'm considering a case to be 250.
They at least shot 250, if not more.
All right. I was thinking maybe a case and a half to 2 cases.
I mean,
Because there was 3 guys.
4 guys.
Was there 4?
Uh-huh.
So that yeah, I'm gonna say like a case and a half to 2 cases.
And they were shooting at. There was so many birds in that one particular hole, where 3 groups, the amount of birds and how the birds wanted to be there, 3 groups. If you would have let the birds just decoy into your decoys, could have shot their limits.
I know we talked about this earlier. I think they did, and then some. I really do, because like we were seeing. I remember like now that we're talking about this, and it's kind of coming back to me. This is a couple years ago, but I remember like we were seeing them way up above the trees, and we're seeing them shoot at some not cool shots.
But they weren't killing those. They were killing the ones that were coming flying around low. They pushed us out to a spot where we were just not seeing the birds flying.
Yeah,
like when we went there for teal to shoot teal that one day, if we were sitting there, we would have shot more birds, but we would have been right across from them, probably got shot by them. But if everybody would have sat correctly, I think you could have shot your 2 or 3 man limit. Everybody could have done it if you'd done it respectfully. They were shooting at birds just because they were the one guy. Because remember, the one guy was like offering you.
yeah, he was offering me gummies.
Like, just go to sleep, dude. Because I mean, we showed up at 2 a.m, 1 a.m.
No, we got there. Yeah, it was like between 1 and 2 because you picked me up at 1. I remember that because we wanted to get there first,
and they were already there, and they were. I'm not gonna say they were intoxicated, but
They were straight from the bar.
and there was like there was paraphernalia of other things on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember that guy's like, "You want some
But the
weed?"
one
Let's no, dude.
and that guy was just trying to be funny and nice, but he was like, "Yeah, we don't really hunt." My one buddy, and then remember the guy with the jet sled that
Yeah, he was
walked in.
upset.
He was upset that
Yeah.
we were there.
Yeah.
And he probably just told them to shoot at whatever.
Yeah, that's
And they didn't have a dog. And that spot, if you don't have a dog, how are you supposed to find anything?
I don't see you finding
Anything.
nothing. Yeah,
Nothing.
I wouldn't even like if I didn't have a dog to retrieve in that marsh. I would not
have to shoot them right in the decoys.
You would have to at the least, but even still, like how many times have you shot a bird and that thing just jets off into like the grass? You know,
I mean, you might be able to find that, but if you're shooting them over your head, you're not gonna find them.
no, yeah,
You would have to shoot them on the approach to it.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to go out there and look for them.
Yeah, and I would only hunt where the big openings are too.
Right. And
Yeah,
I don't
I
think they were. I think they were sitting out in the marsh.
That's not a big. Yeah, that was. I think there was like a small opening there.
Where
From
they
what I
were.
remember, yeah, because like it was.
Well, you
on-
never
on that
walked. Because remember we sat in that one hole one time?
No, I've been out to there before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
You've been through
Yeah.
the woods?
Yes, and then like it's kind of like a point,
Okay.
and so like there is a little bit of a pool, but it's still surrounded by cattails and all that fun stuff. So yeah, no, that was an interesting morning on multiple fronts.
Oh, if we can make it to our new destination, this
I'm working on
opener, that's going to be a good hunt, I think.
One thing I want to try. I know they make them, but I don't want to buy them.
Oh, the mud boots.
They're like a marsh boot, like kind of like there's similarities to like a snowshoe.
Yeah.
I
I feel like if they actually worked, everybody would use them.
have to try it. Like I'm not gonna buy those, but I can like get a snowshoe and attach it to something, and then attach it to my boot. And see
I
what
just feel
happens.
like with those things you're talking about, the ones they make, if you go down,
you're getting caught.
you're even more trapped. Like it would be so much harder to pull.
So we need a big shoe. Like
you need like the old school, like 4 foot long trapper, like deer skin, like
yes.
the wooden snowshoes.
But if it works, it works.
You just need an airboat.
Yeah, who's getting an airboat?
No, not me.
We have to build it, and then that's a whole other thing.
Well, in a couple of years, we'll be able to just fly out there with drones.
Well, they'll put a kibosh on that. Be like, no drones, can't fly because you can see the ground. you can see all the game.
Well, what happens if you just have your remote drone drop you off and then pick you up?
I don't know. Would they create a law like if you fly into somewhere you can't like hunt for 24 hours?
Well, they do that in Alaska.
I know they do that in like certain areas, but like, what would be stopping them from doing it? Like, if it got to that ease, like where like you didn't have to like trudge through the swamp to get to your spot, like I think they would do something about
You
that.
just teleport there,
Yeah,
Star Trek style.
or just have your drone take you and go home, and then you can call it to pick you up.
Yeah, drone taxi.
Drone taxis. But you have to admit, it would make it would take something away from it.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be hunting.
I mean,
anymore.
but like in 10 years, I'll be 60, so I probably wouldn't care.
no, and
I'd probably be like, yeah, I'm
In
gonna
10
take that drone out there.
in 10 years, the only places we're gonna hunt are like super established lines on private property that we acquire. Just be like, yep, this is what we do. I got Wi-Fi out here, freaking stove, an oven, a couch, a recliner to fall asleep in.
That would be cool to have something like that. It really would. But I don't know if I would want to do it every single time to like have that comfort.
I mean, but like some of the older guys that
There's something cool about like going out in the middle of a blizzard and having a really good day, and then kind of hurting from it a little bit. You know?
but I think
like you feel like it's earned.
But I think what you're missing is in 10, 20 years from now, it's not going to take a blizzard for us to hurt. It's going to hurt just like walking through 50 yards of cattails carrying a box of shells and a shotgun.
And somebody will drop those shells. Lost. I lost them. We got to go back to the truck.
No, they're going to say, I'm just going to sit out here and watch them.
We'll just get B-roll of ducks. That's funny.
Right, Tobe? What happens when you get too old? Am I going to have to carry you out there?
Maybe. I had to pick up Chubbs to get him in my truck the other day.
Oh, he couldn't get in?
He's capable of getting in the truck, but like we could tell like his hind legs are kind of bothering him.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, we give him like hip and joint and stuff, all that. I often wonder if it's snake oil, but we do it. And you can tell like something's affecting him in his rear. So we took him for a walk. We went on a walk, just a pleasure walk, and then we got back to the car, and he was hesitant to get in the truck. You can tell he's tired.
I don't want to jump in that narrow thing.
I think he is kind of freaked out by that too. Because now the back seat's smaller.
Yeah.
He's used to like his big plush.
Because now he almost feels like he has to jump up on the seat, probably.
Well, that's what he always did.
Oh, he jumped up on the seat, not on the floor?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, that's what they both do. Keep in mind, my truck is, it's just a standard truck.
I mean, my dogs jump up on the seat too, but if there's something on the seat, they jump on the floor. If there's something on the floor, they jump on the seat. But I do notice that if the narrower they don't get in the truck that much because they ride in the box. But yeah, I can tell even with my dogs, like they don't like not having enough room where they feel like they can jump up there for some reason. Even on my tailgate, like if half the tailgates, like if I put like a cooler on half the tailgate, they'll do it, but it's more of like, come on, you can jump right here. Like you don't need the whole tailgate for a landing area.
Yeah, my dogs are the same way. Like if there's something in the landing strip, like they're more hesitant.
All right, Tobe, I think this is enough. We're going to go check on puppies, all right? Until the next time.